I used to when I streamed only Dark Souls, but then I took like 4 or 5 months break from streaming, which is a bad thing to do. So if you're going to start streaming, make sure you set aside some time every day to do it, or however your schedule works. You just got to stick to it.
Yeah.
Once you start breaking your schedule, people will stop showing up because you're not reliable.
Right, which I personally think has been a huge problem with my cast. Whereas I have to have a job, of course, like we all do. So I have to do that, but then I've been in school on top of it, which leaves me very little amount of time to cast, and trying to find the best place to do that is tough for me. And then, like, for instance, this school semester just ended, so the time slots that worked for me this semester probably aren't going to work for me next semester, so I'm going to have to change my schedule once again, and I just keep changing my schedule, and people are like, when the fuck are you streaming?
Yeah.
Yeah, and those two guys are part of that team that we keep mentioning, the main menu. So, and you're right, Kia.
Can try and create here is a great team of broadcasters like that, because it really does bring out what's the word? Cookies. It definitely does. If you can find a set of cactors. What
Cactus.
words are hard? Cactors. We're now cactors. We're no longer we're cactuses that broadcast on Twitch now. I've been meaning to let you guys know this for a while, but I am actually a cactus and not a person. So, I hope you're okay with that.
You only got one needle, though, right?
Just one. It's a really big needle, if you know what I mean.
Uh-huh.
Oh, shit.
What is it, like a 22 gauge?
22 gauge needle, yep. Totally, that's it. But yeah, interaction is definitely key for starting out.
Oh yeah, I forgot it was your sister. Sister's in the chat. She's like, stop talking about that.
Just know. I got a pickle here. We can do the pickle again.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man. But, yeah, I mean, other than unified branding, that's definitely an important thing I need to get working on. Because as y'all have noticed, my Twitter and my cast completely different. I need to get with Twitch support, see if they'll help me with that.
Come on, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with your little guy there.
Yeah, I know. I just want to see if I can get them to fix it. If they won't fix it, I'll just leave it like this.
We'll come up with something. That's the whole part of having a team. You know what I mean? Somebody's gonna come up with something really good that you're gonna really like.
We gotta come up with something. But yeah, I definitely hope if y'all guys want to stop by for some extra Fallout stuff I'm gonna do, because I'm gonna start doing challenge runs. Like, we're in the middle of the what are we in the middle of? We're in the middle of the charisma only challenge. Needle. Trickle. Yes, but I'm hoping to get back to doing that as soon as possible. Because I'm really sad this past week that I haven't been able to cast. It's very strange, because here's what I think is definitely a way to know if you're going to enjoy your broadcasting. If you, for some reason, can't broadcast, and like for several days in a row, and you start feeling depressed because you can't broadcast, it's definitely a sign that you love what you're doing.
You do. Yeah, that's
At
definitely.
least I feel so. Like, I've been just out of sorts this whole week because I haven't been able to. It's like, that's my break from the world every day, is coming in and hanging out with you guys. It's just a lot of fun.
Actually, that was great. That's one of the questions I was going to ask to both of you. What makes streaming fun for you? Is it playing the game, or is it the chat interaction, or is it a mix of both?
I'd probably have to say it's a sort of a mix of both, but more so towards the chat interaction, because I only usually pick games that I enjoy to play, or that I think will be fun to play. But yeah, I mean, it's like off-cast, I really don't play games anymore, which is strange. I used to play games all the time, and now, since I started casting, most of the time it's is spent on cast playing games.
I think that happens to like pretty much everyone, especially when you do it like full time.
Yeah, well,
extended
like full-time
period of time.
casters. That's all they do.
Yeah.
You know. Aside from dealing with their other life stuff they got to do, it's just they play the games all day. Like some casters are crazy, go crazy with their casting. Like I've seen casters that do like full-time ones that do 12 to 14-hour casts.
Oh yeah, I know. Like daily.
I mean, like, I don't know if I could ever do that. I'd love to though, if I had the time. I probably would. Like, if I ever became full-time broadcaster, I'd be on all the time, probably.
Yeah.
From when I get up to when I go to bed.
Yeah, B, you feel free. You can, throw in your 2 cents on all the stuff we're talking about. That's what you guys are here for.
Yeah, you guys can chat and talk about it too. Yeah, it's not just us. We're.
But I think, for me, the whole what makes it fun for me is when I came into broadcasting, I came in it with the wrong mentality. I didn't come in with the whole, I'm gonna get big, I'm gonna make money, this is gonna be, I'm gonna be the next Lyric, or I'm not. I didn't come into it with that, but I can definitely tell those of you guys who have been around since the beginning or been in some of my casts that weren't very large at all, and when I first started, I had the viewer count open, and like I was like, this is fun, yeah, and then like the viewer count is 0, and like you're like still trying to talk to yourself, still trying to remain entertaining, and you keep looking back at that viewer count, and it's like 0, and then all of a sudden it's 1, and you're like, oh, I'm excited, okay, let's do this, I'm playing the game, and then it goes down to 0, and then you're just like, boom, you hit the ground again, and it's, that's not how you should cast, and what I ended up doing is I just got rid of the viewer count. I never at any point in time know how many people are in the chat, and so definitely chat interaction for me. When people are in chat, people are talking, people are, conversating with you, and it's so much easier, I think, to actually broadcast when people are there with you. And but all in the same, if they're not, that's kind of what this whole team is geared for, streamers, especially small streamers, that even if they don't have anybody watching them, we all still try to just act like we're in front of 1,000 people. So
yeah, absolutely. I used to do that same thing for like the first couple weeks when I started streaming, but then I just decided I wanted to ignore it from then on. A lot of didn't really matter as much to me anymore. A lot of people
like start doing that and then realize it drives them bananas.
Yeah, it actually drags you down, and you can.
Yep.
Like I could tell, just had all my energy sucked out of me because that's all I was focusing on. Was like, who's watching? Is there a new person in? Is there someone else to talk to?
Yep.
So
I've actually
definitely now I only have one monitor, so I can't even do the viewer count thing. I only have my chat open on the other computer I have sitting next to me until I can get a second monitor up. And even then, I don't think I'll have my dash open. I think I'll just pop the chat out and leave it over there. Because looking at the viewer count can sometimes get to you.
Yep,
even though you try not to let it, it can sometimes get to you.
Yep. And it's still it still affects me. It really does. I really wish it didn't. But there's been days when I will end casts early because I'm like trying to play this game and I'm trying to have fun and I'm just not having fun and nobody's in chat and I'm just like, I just don't even want to be streaming right now. And I'll just be like, all right, I'm sorry guys, but I can't do this. Bye. And that is not a good thing. That is not something that is going to help you grow.
Wow,
in the slightest.
Ponchas from back at the Justin TV days. Wow.
Oh yeah, way back when. And then it got better and became Twitch, or so I've heard.
Yeah,
I used to watch Justin TV for all like the movies and stuff.
Yeah, I never.
The TV shows or like the
I
pay-per-views
heard of it
you
back
watch
then,
on.
but I never actually checked it out.
That's how I ran into Justin TV.
The kitty is still sleeping. This is ridiculous.
I was gonna say,
she'll keep you up all night.
I was gonna say she's either like up in my face or she's like tearing the roll of toilet paper apart, which she has been doing, and has been pissing me off.
Smack her. Get a bunch of rubber bands and shoot them at her. Unless you chews on them, in which case don't do that, because then they'll eat them. We used to have a cat that ate rubber bands. It was terrible.
Ew.
Yeah,
It's
it'd be
gross.
Yeah, you can definitely tell. Like being around with Adraan long enough, you can definitely tell when you know he's had enough.
Yeah.
And he's just not into it.
Or just some days where you just have enough and gotta end early. I try not to do that as much. But sometimes I feel like doing it. Like, I'm pretty sure y'all remember last time I was casting with that fucking car combat sequence. God. I just wanted to throw my computer across the room. I was so mad. I was just like, I'm done. I've had enough of this shit. Oh gosh, it's just.
Well, we kind of already like talked about it, but I think like a good topic is like the exact opposite is like what frustrates you the most as a broadcaster.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Like obviously, you know, not having, you know, huge numbers and not having you know, people talking chat is going to be everyone's bane.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because what's frustrating for me is when you get those people in chat who really want to talk and interact, and it's just you and them, and you know they definitely want someone else in chat also to talk with, and there's just no one else who will do that.
Nobody there, right?
Yeah, that is really
like I'm guilty of that myself sometimes because I'm a major chat lurker. I don't really talk that much in chat a lot. Sometimes I will.
You know, the one thing that
most
amazes
of
me
the time
about
I just
Darko
sit there and watch.
is that somebody can ask him a question and he won't pay attention to chat much, but like 20 minutes later he'll look over at chat and know exactly what that person was talking about from 20 minutes ago.
Or you say something and you like ask a question and then like it takes you like a while to like realize it. Then you know exactly what it is. Like it happened 2 seconds ago.
And it's amazing how
I don't
can,
know
like,
how
pull
you
what
do
they were
that.
talking about from 20 minutes ago.
I'm the complete opposite.
I'm real bad with chat like that sometimes.
I ask a question and then like 3 seconds later somebody like answers and I'm like, what?
Wait, what did I talk about?
See, that's what I mean. Darko's, you know, doesn't pay attention to his chat that often, but when he finally looks over, he knows exactly what people were talking about. Whereas Adraan can't get past the 15-second Twitch delay.
I know, I really can't, and it's terrible. I need to work on it.
Oh man, you got to work on that memory. Let's take them vitamins. I wish I took. I should actually get on some vitamins.
I don't know if you guys are the same, but when I'm broadcasting, I have like 75 million things going through my head at all the time. I'm like trying to play the game. I'm trying to like watch chat. I'm thinking about like things I can talk about. I'm thinking about things I could like do as far as like facial expressions. And I'm like constantly doing that. And that's what really gets me with that whole like scenario is because I'll be like, I'll find a question. I'll be like, I'll ask the question and then immediately my mind goes to the next thing that I can do.
Yeah.
Or say or ask or whatever. And that's why like I almost don't even remember asking the question because I'm too busy trying to figure out another thing. Because I'm, you know, on the subject of the whole chat interaction and all that, like I try my best to like almost push the chat into an interactive state rather than waiting for people to talk. I'm trying to like make them talk.
Yeah.
And I just cannot. I cannot remember anything. I don't know anything.
Yeah, I gotta try to get better with that. That's one problem I have is trying to get the chat interactive because if no one really talks, I completely forget that chat's there.
Chat's even
As
there.
you notice what I do, I'll forget. I'll go like 10 minutes between reading chat, and I really should.
That's what it is. But that's the heart of the gamer though, because you're in the game.
I sometimes I just totally zone in on the game. I completely forget I'm streaming, and I'm just playing the game.
Yeah, that's the gamer. That's I mean that's the heart of the gamer. You're
the gamer comes out and takes over.
Yeah,
and I forget what I'm doing. I just go straight in and completely forget about the entire world around me sometimes. And then I'll be like, wait a minute, I've been on for like 6 hours now. It can't be time to end. What? And it just goes by way too fast sometimes.
If you guys didn't catch it, you can do an ! quack in the chat if you guys want to enter into the giveaway to win Duck Game. Remember, you got to be following and have to have been in here for at least 10 minutes.
Got that before
Greenbot
I did.
has a channel stats feature?
Yes, it does. Yeah, Adraan
I
got
just
that
read a
before
tweet
I
here
I
from
was going to
Riptide.
jump in, before, and he got in there right before I did, but I was going to mention that we are now running the
He's been
giveaway.
in sellout mode. He's so good at that.
Sell out mode, boys.
Like, hey, Jimmy John's, if
Pwncis,
you'd like to
you
sponsor
are
us,
already
they're
entered.
giving
And
us some
actually,
gift cards,
if you
free
use,
food. I'd totally be down with that.
I think if
Just saying.
you use this command here, it will tell you if you're entered or not. Yeah, there you go. So if you use hashtag status, it will tell you if you are entered in there or not.
It'll tell you stuff?
Yes,
That's
it
pretty
will.
sweet.
I didn't know about that.
They made it so that it didn't tell you in chat when you entered because it gets a little spammy.
Yeah.
But you can do hashtag
Yeah,
status.
I think it
tell you.
whispers it to you.
Is that a... That's not like an only command. Oh, there it is. Never mind.
Yep, it's an everybody command.
Nice, nice,
Oh, so
nice.
you do oh, that's pretty neat. I should totally not enter this giveaway, but I might anyway.
You have a game.
Wait, what game are we giving away? I don't even know what
We're giving away
That
Duck
game.
game.
Good job. You're okay.
I should not enter for a duck game. But one of the trading cards I just got from playing duck game is called Ducky Saw Log. It's a duck with a log and a chainsaw. He's wearing the log hat. It's pretty great.
I think
Definitely love that. I actually have tons of games to give away. I should totally give away some of these things. What do I have? I have like 5 copies of The Binding of Isaac.
Oh
Rebirth.
my god.
you know, getting actually that reminded me about giving away games. Getting back to when Adraan said he's like, I don't know what I'm going to play next. That's one of the things that I offer to my team. I have a list of games, be it they're not going to be AAA titles, but I have a list of 20 games that I have keys for that any one of these streamers can go and look at the list and say, like, look, I don't know what to play, but I've seen this game before and I'd like to try it. They ask me, I get them the key, and they can play it. That's one of the perks that these guys get from me.
That's pretty awesome.
No, it's not going to be... They're normally... Like, the ones I have now are basic indie titles, platformers, so it's not going to be like a 4-day stream where you're going to be playing it. It's just a filler. Something you can play while you're trying to figure out what you're really going to play next.
Right. That's another thing that I wanted to ask you guys too. How do you guys feel about giveaways? Like when you watch other streamers and stuff like that, do you think giveaways is something that is like positive, or do you think it negatively affects your channel? Because a lot of people get their giveaways and they're like, they throw it up in the title and it's like blah 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 giveaway, exclamation giveaway, or whatever, and like you're gonna get a lot more traffic through your channel, but those are just gonna be unfollows.
I think that's why I like BrainBot better, because you can set standards for the giveaway. Like, I have it set that you have to have been at least 10 minutes in here and following the channel. You know what I mean? That's gonna at least get the people. Okay, it's gonna get you the view for the next 10 minutes if somebody really wants to sit here and try to win the game.
Right.
But most of the people that are going to be entered are going to be people that you know are part of your community that are always there.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why I thought about doing the prestige only thing, because I'm trying to do the whole prestige thing, because first of all, it's nice to try to push a sellout, because the whole donations or tips for the prestiges is like a way to support the channel like monetarily, which is awesome. Because any help is appreciated, but at the same time, like I didn't want it to be that's all it was, and so that's why I put it as you can do it with your points as well, which requires you to be in chat for quite a while. And so I figured maybe by doing like a monthly prestige giveaway, it's a way to giving back those people that are supporting and are there.
Right.
And
I mean, and until like my whole thought on this is like, that's what I want to give you guys. I want to get you guys. Let's take Undertale as an example. Like, Undertale would have been great for giveaways if I got you in early access. You're playing it. You get your keys, so you're actually playing it. But I hand you 10 keys, and you can hand them out. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
I like the exposure part of the giveaway, not as a giveaway just because you're in the channel.
Right.
No, if we're helping an indie developer or a small-time developer get their game out, then I don't mind giving away games.
Yeah.
By the way, speaking of Undertale, did you guys play it or have you seen any of it?
I've seen it, yes.
I've seen a little of it, but I haven't played it.
Like, what's the hype with it?
I've heard bad things about the community surrounding Undertale that makes me not really want to play it.
Like, what do you mean?
Like, I've heard the Undertale communities can be pretty toxic.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a toxic community. Like, you can almost compare it to like a MOBA. Like you get criticized or you get told to do things.
Oh, based on your decisions.
Based on your decisions, and you shouldn't be doing that because of XYZ. Or it should be done this way because later on this happens. It's
so can you say
done this way because that's the way I want you to do it, and that's not the kind of people I want to bring in.
Right. Now, is Dark Souls like that?
Not so much actually.
Because I feel like Dark Souls is going to definitely be one of those games where people are like, you know.
Actually, you know what? I can almost compare it to like a Minecraft community. If you're playing a modded Minecraft pack, if you ever watch anybody play any modded Minecraft, you know how you get people in the chat say you should build this or you should do it this way. It's just like that. It's like, well, I'm playing Minecraft the way I want to play it. I know I can build that to make it a little easier, but I don't want to do that. And it's like you have to constantly repeat yourself that the same way with Undertale. It's like, I know I can do this, but I don't want to do that. I'm the one playing the game, not you.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like really, really against I don't really like the what is it? I hate spoilers and people telling me how I should play the game. Because usually when they do, they'll say, "Oh, you need to do this because this happens on down the line," and like.
So it's like 2 in 1.
I didn't want to know that. Like especially if it's a first playthrough. If it's the first playthrough, I definitely don't want you telling me what to do because I want to experience the game my way.
Right.
For my first playthrough. Now, if I'm doing a certain which is like when it comes to games like Dark Souls, you don't really get that much because people love to see you fail on your first playthrough, but afterwards there's these like certain challenge runs you can do that are certain builds or certain ways you can do things. And with that, I'm totally okay with them telling me how to do that because I've never played if I've never played that build before or never done this sort of like a route through to a certain ending. If I'm definitely playing the game to find like a certain unlock or a certain ending, I'm totally okay with people saying, well, this is an easier way you can do that because, you know, I don't want to spend hours and hours slamming my head against the wall trying to figure out how to unlock something.
Right.
If someone's like, if it's like, you know, really obscure. If you know what you know what I mean by that.
Yeah. And Beat, you are absolutely right.
Yeah, that's why I chuckled. That's why I chuckled because he said guilty, and I knew exactly he went that way with it. Beat is really bad at like yelling at Adraan to do something.
Human does
do
it too.
this way, not that way, because that way's dumb.
See, and that's when it gets really like hard for me because Human does it a lot too, and I'm really good friends with Human. And like sometimes I like the advice, but sometimes I'm just like I kind of wish that I would have did it for myself, but I don't want to like sit there and like yell at him or like yell at any of my good viewers and like be a dick. But at the same time, if somebody just randomly came into the channel and said the same exact thing, I would have like perma-banned them. I mean, not really, but
you would give them a stern warning.
Definitely purged them.
Right.
You got really bad because of Fallout 4. Yeah. Usually, I'll just put blind in the title, and that most people will respect that. But there are there's some people who
there are some people that don't
tell you what to do regardless.
I think it was the first time I jumped into Sandus's stream. I did all caps. I was like, "Holy shit! Look, it's a streamer!" And it fucking in his bot timed me out like immediately. Yeah. I'm like, okay. So he's like, Mac. He's like, take it easy with the caps. I was like, I know. I got excited, and then I scrolled down under his window and read his rules. I was like, rule number 1: no all caps. So I was like, this is what you get for not reading.
Yeah,
read the rules,
You're fine. I had another thing that I wanted to talk about, and it slipped my mind.
Reminds me, I actually need to get a rules panel set up. So if anyone wants to type up a rules panel and like message me on Twitch with it, that'd be awesome.
I don't remember what I was gonna say.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I don't know. It might come back to me.
Oh, we were talking about reading like titles and stuff like that for blind.
Yeah, that's not what it was. It was such a good topic too. What was it?
I forgot all the topics.
Yeah.
So while you're thinking about that, I do have one more. Because back at the beginning when I did my introduction, I said that, I hadn't streamed for a very long time because it turned into it felt like a job for me. And I didn't want to have to get up every day and be like, I have to stream, but I don't want to. It's like, what do you guys do? I mean, obviously we all get that feeling. It's like, what do you guys do when you do get that feeling?
I cancel the stream. No, I mean, that is true and not true at the same thing. Like, kind of today. Today was a perfect example. As I woke up, I've been, those of you guys who know me, this week I haven't gotten to stream at all because I've been doing 10, 12-hour work days to try to, help support myself and whatnot, which sucks. But at the same time, I do miss streaming. I really wish that I could get on and whatnot. I've even I get home at 11 o'clock and I'm like, I could totally do a night stream. But the whole thing is today I woke up kind of late. It was noon or so, and I was like, I need to stream. I said I would, and I got up and I sat here and I was like, I just really just don't feel like doing it. And sometimes I give up on it and I just don't do it. But other days I notice that feeling that I get once I start the stream and I start getting into it, it goes away. So if I can get the stream started on days that I don't feel very good, I kind of pull myself out of it. It's all about the community. It's all about the community. I feel like when you get that way, you need to think about, why do you think you need to stream, or why did you want to stream in the first place?
Yeah.
Yeah. I sometimes got, but yeah, just like you said, after you work a real hard day, especially now during peak, sometimes I don't even feel like streaming. And some days I don't even feel like streaming, but usually when you actually get on and get started, the feeling just goes away. Because you're doing, I'm doing what I love. I love streaming, so, and playing video games, so, I mean, when you get on, sometimes the feeling will go away, but then there's other days where you're just so tired that even when you get on and try to start streaming, the feeling just doesn't go away. It's kind of a balancing act, really, between working too hard and not streaming to I don't even know where I was going with the slot. my head just fell apart.
Yeah, it kind of happened to me.
It is.
I'm having a dirt moment.
Yeah, we had a dirt moment.
We had a question.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Pete had a question, and he asked for those of you in a relationship, how does your girlfriend or wife feel about you streaming?
I suppose
I can't answer this one.
To go first.
So, Adrian?
To be honest, I was actually kind of worried about it. Because, if you guys, I'm sure you guys have heard of people, especially around our age or even younger, where it's all my boyfriend does is sit on the computer and play video games or, stuff like that. And I didn't want that, I didn't want the streaming and everything to turn into that. So I was really worried about it. And I've actually talked to her about it quite a bit. And she's not a gamer in the least. And, her... she doesn't really understand it. She doesn't get why we would do this or what we, she's one of those people that's you're talking to people online that you don't know and have never seen before, who could be anyone, and, I tried to explain it a little bit, but in the end, what it comes down to is that, if that other person means or loves you or nice, Darko. Nice. If they if they, truly care for you, then they should respect how you feel about things, your hobbies, your interests, things that you're passionate about. And she knows that this is something that I am really passionate about, and it's just so she supports me because of solely that. It doesn't matter what it is, or if she likes it or doesn't like it. It comes down to that, and that should go that way for anything.
Anything, yeah.
Like I'm not a huge like musician and stuff like that, which she is. She's going into vocal performance and trying to become an opera star and stuff like that. And that's not down my alley. But I support her because I love her, and that's what she's passionate about. So
yeah, I can't really give much insight into that, but definitely go with it's. I definitely say I can definitely go on the like family support side of things, and how it actually is kind of hard to continue streaming when you get like no support from anyone around you.
I was gonna say, yeah, we can always turn that question in
because they see it as a waste of time. They don't understand why you're doing it, or why you feel like you should be doing this. I think your time could be better spent doing something else. But I don't know, you just gotta hope they can understand it's your hobby, it's your interest, it's something you do to pass the time. As little free time as you may or may not have.
I think Mech tried to sneak a question in there. I don't know if you heard him.
Sorry.
He said, "You're good." He wanted to know, what is your family? How does your family feel about it?
Honestly, I know my mother thinks it's a waste of time. She thinks I should be focusing more on school, which I will be doing this coming spring semester. I'll be finishing up, and hopefully finishing up so we can get that out of the way. But I've tried to explain to her how it's just a hobby. It's just what I like to do, with my free time. Of course, she counters with you don't have any free time. You should be working or going to school, Some people you just can't make understand. And you just kind of have to deal with it. My brother's totally down with it, which is why he let me set up this green screen in the bonus room. So, yeah. My sister, I don't know, she's here in chat. How do you feel about it?
I always found it funny when Darko's streaming, and I'm sitting there, and it may be just me, maybe Adraan's in there too, but he'll get that text from Mom. Don't forget it's trash day tomorrow.
Text Mom. Don't forget it's trash day. We get those all the time. She'll be like, it's trash day. I'm like, I know, Mom. I'm not incompetent, even though I may seem like it. My sister supports me 100%. That's awesome. I got someone who supports me. It's great.
I totally forgot to that I have two forms of communication here, where I can talk but I can type at the same time.
Yes, yeah.
Completely forgot about that.
So what do we got left? We got just about 15 minutes left for the giveaway. You guys want to jump into a couple more games of Duck Game, and